There are two very common questions that I get in the comments section all the time. Someone even asked me this today. Question number one, is Rob Beatdown Brown your brother? The answer is yes. Question number two, can you do a video on how to use the pentatonic scale? Same answer. Hello friends and neighbors, welcome back to the Brownstone. I know it's been a while. It's been a very busy summer and I'm glad to be home, and I'm even more happy about the fact that I can bring you another video today. And today we're talking about the pentatonic scale and practical use of said scale. I'm going to give you a very cool exercise, and I'm probably going to do a few more videos on how to use the pentatonic scale because I've done a bunch of videos talking about how to play the pentatonic scale and the best ways to get around the pentatonic scale. But I don't think I've really gotten into the practical application of the scale. So today I have an exercise that will help you with exactly that. So today I'm going to be dealing with the G minor pentatonic scale starting from the 3rd fret of the E string. If you don't know what I mean by that, check out this video. It'll get you right on track, and then come back and we'll get into it. The exercise for today is going to involve phrasing. This is the only thing that has been missing from any of the pentatonic scale videos that I've done in the past. So today we're going to talk about phrasing. Phrasing is everything when it comes to your playing. The way that you place your notes rhythmically is very important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start you off with a very common phrase. The old sort of nickname for this phrase, I think it's an old nickname from the 70s. It's called the Pat Boone, Debbie Boone. It's a drum fill that you usually hear drummers play when they're setting up another section of a tune. Ba boom, ba ba boom, boom, right? So that lands on beat 3 of the bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a 2-bar pattern. So you make up a groove and you play it for the first bar. And then for the second half of the second bar, we're going to play this fill. If we were to break the fill down rhythmically, it is 2/8 notes followed by 3/16 notes. So if I'm counting through that 1 bar, the first 2 beats are just going to be groove. The second 2 beats are going to involve this drum fill, right? So it'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4 E and. That's the phrase, right? I'll count it out again. 1, 2, 3, and 4 E and. So our 2-bar pattern is just going to be this, a groove for the first bar. And then the second bar is going to be groove for the first half, fill for the second half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 E and. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 E and. Now, here is the cool thing about how we are going to put this phrase together. All we're going to do is go up and down the G minor pentatonic scale. That's it. This is this is a great way to just start off with learning how to use the pentatonic scale in a melodic way so that you're adding phrasing to the scale. Let's say I play a simple 2-bar groove like this. That's just on 1 and 3. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the phrase is so first, just play that. Just get used to the phrasing on that one note. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. That's the phrase. So now what we're going to do with that phrase is just take it through the scale. going ascending and descending on the G minor pentatonic scale. So when I start off, this is the first phrase. Right? That's the first phrase. All right, so here's the cool thing. This is where things are going to get super cool. Now, we have started that phrase on the first note, the root note of the G minor pentatonic scale. What I'm going to do now is continue the exercise by starting that rhythmic phrase on each degree of the G minor pentatonic scale. Now, the cool thing about this is that you can go ascending and descending on the scale, because as I play through and get to the higher notes of the scale, what's going to happen is the ascension and descension is going to get split up within the phrase. I'll show you what I mean by that as I go through, but I'll go through slowly and then I'll leave the rest up to you. So I'm taking this particular rhythmic phrase and starting it on each degree of the minor pentatonic scale in order. So if I think about the notes of the scale, the first note, of course, is the root note. The second note is the minor third. The third note is the fourth of the scale. To the fifth, to the minor seventh, back to the root, and then minor third up here, and the fourth here, or the 10th and the 11th. Hopefully you know this already. But this is my scale. So basically, I am starting that rhythmic pattern from each one of those notes. And what happens is you get a whole bunch of vocabulary just from that one phrase. I'll show you what I mean. It's going to be a bit of a long exercise, but bear with me. It's going to be very cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to play through the entire exercise. And what's happening is I am basically starting each phrase from each note of the pentatonic scale, going all the way up to the fifth fret of the G string. That's the C. I've got the root, minor third, fourth, fifth, minor seventh, octave of the root, octave of the minor third, octave of the fourth. So basically what's happening is I'm not going to speak as I play, but you'll see the way that I sort of ascend and descend, move up and down the scale, and how that motion gets split up as I get to the ends of the scale. In other words, I'll just show you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the root. From the minor third. From the fourth, the C. From the fifth, D. From the seventh, the minor seventh, F. So I got to the highest note, and now I have to come back down. So I get, from that F, I get, and when I get to that note, that is the point where I have to then descend down the scale. So I hope you see what's happening there. I'm going to start from the beginning and then go through the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. From the root. From the minor third. From the fourth, C. From the fifth, D. From the minor seventh, F. the octave, G. From the minor third, B flat. And then from the C. Now I'm moving down the scale, back to the B flat. Back to the G. Back to the F. Down to the D at the fifth. Down to the C. Down to the B flat on the E string. And then I'm back at the root. And that's the entire exercise. I hope that all makes sense, my friends and neighbors. I'm going to leave it there. If you do like this video, you know what to do. Hit like, share, subscribe to the channel. You can donate to the channel in a number of ways. I really appreciate all of it. And I thank you for tuning in and visiting me once again here in the Brownstone. And I'll see you in the next video very soon. Peace.